Hello, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality. I dish out content for those that are already in Canada or those that are aspiring to migrate into Canada. Is this your first time on this YouTube channel? You're welcome. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, hit on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you'll be among the first to get it. And if you enjoy this video, please smash on the likes button. If you have any question, any concern based on this video that I'm dropping or the ones that I've dropped in the past, drop it in the comment section, and please also endeavor to share this video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. All right, let's kick start. Okay, so in today's video is more designed towards those that are coming into Canada or those that are aspiring to come into Canada on a visitor's visa. Is that your plan? You want to come to Canada on a visitor's visa, and you're a bit concerned. Okay, if I come into Canada on a visitor's visa, what is the next thing for me? I do not want to go back. How can I convert my visitor's visa into something a little bit more permanent in Canada? This is why I decided to bring this video, because I know there are so many people that want an answer on this question. So many people have hit me up on my Instagram, my Twitter, even on my YouTube previous videos asking me a question about this. All right, so let's talk about this. So as a visitor in Canada, the rule is that irrespective of the duration of the visitor's visa that you have, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, as the case is, you cannot exceed 6 months as a stretch in Canada. In order for you to extend that, in order for you to exceed 6 months rather, you need to extend your visitor's visa in Canada. Probably you need to step out, or even if you're in Canada, you need to apply for an extension. But now let's talk about, as a visitor in Canada, what are the options that you have based on the immigration law that was promulgated by IRCC at the point some few months back, that stated that visitors that came into Canada on a tourism visa, on a visitor's visa, you can now switch that visitor's visa to a work permit. Yes, did you hear me right? From a visitor's visa, you can now switch to a work permit. That's laudable, and that policy is in place. It has been extended up until February 2025. That means that if you come into Canada on a visitor's visa, initially in the past, as a visitor, you can't work in Canada. All you have to do is come on a visit. When you're done with your visitation, go back to where you came from. But now with this policy in place now, you can switch your visitor's visa to a work permit. Now, in order for you to switch it to a work permit, what does it require? What does it entail? So simply what you're probably just going to do is that as a visitor, all you need to do is you need to find an employer that is ready and willing to employ you. Then you can now convert your visitor's visa to a closed work permit. I mean, your employer is probably going to help you with the paper processing. So it is divided into two streams, two ways. So the first one is your worker, your employer is going to do LMIA for you. That's labor market impact assessment for you. That is on one side. Or there are some jobs that do not require LMIA. Those jobs are exempted from LMIA. So let's talk about the first part, which is the LMIA required job, which your employer wants to do for you. That implies that the LMIA is just simply saying that you are your employer, they've advertised that position, they could not find anybody that could fill that position except you, based on your qualification, based on your educational background. It is just you that can do that job. I mean, based on what I know, most employers are not willing to do this because it's a rigorous process. I mean, it requires finance, and most employers do not want to do it. I'm not saying that there are no jobs that the employer are willing to do the LMI for the employee. Yes, if you go to government websites, there are some jobs that when you filter them, they are simply LMI. I mean, it comes along with LMI. That can come in handy. But apart from that, all other employers are not willing. Most of them are not really gingered to actually do that for an employee. So on the flip side, let's talk about the LMI exempted jobs. So the LMI exempted job, the employer do not have to go through the rigorous process of the LMI. These jobs are exempted, like missionary jobs, like a pastor, imam, all those kind of jobs, and few other jobs are LMI exempted. So if you have an employer that is ready to do that LMI exempted process for you, that will be more relaxed, that will be more stress free, and you can actually convert your visitor's visa to a work visa that is LMI exempted. So on the flip side, we just talked about converting your visitor's visa to a work permit. Now, another thing again you can do with your visitor's visa is you can actually convert your visitor's visa to a study permit. Here, that implies that you're in Canada on a visitor's visa, and you don't want to go back, you don't want to remain illegal in Canada, another option apart from converting to a work permit is to change your status to a study permit. So that you can do it by yourself. You can actually talk to an immigration consultant or immigration lawyer to actually do that for you. You can seek the service of an immigration consultant. So what they will do for you is that they will change your status, they will apply for a study permit on your behalf. And one thing you need to know is that either you're changing your status to a work permit or a study permit, you need to do that as soon as possible. That means that before you lapse that 6 months, don't forget I told you in the beginning of this video that as a visitor, you can only stay in Canada for 6 months. Okay, except you intend to extend your visitor's visa. But so if you have plans to convert to a work permit or a study permit, as the case is, you need to do that before the expiration of that 6 months. Because if you do that after the expiration of that 6 months, you are illegal. I mean, that means you have to step out of Canada. So that's not advisable. The best thing for you to do is to do that before that 6 months elapse, so that you will still remain in status and you can still remain in Canada while you are waiting for IRCC to respond. But don't get this mixed up. If you're changing your status to a work status, either LMI or LMI exempted, while you have submitted before the expiration of your 6-month visitor's visa, you cannot work until IRCC get back to you and approve your visa for work permit. All you have to do is you can still remain in Canada because you are in what is called an implied status, but you cannot work until that work permit comes out. And likewise too, if you're converting your visitor's visa to a study permit, you cannot begin study until you've gotten the approved study visa from IRCC. But what that allows you to do is that it allows you to stay in Canada on an implied status while you are still waiting for the verdict from IRCC on the application you've submitted. So now I've told you about you converting your visitor visa to a work visa or converting it to a study visa. Now the third option will be extending your stay in Canada. So when I say extending your stay in Canada, as a visitor, you have the first 6 months. If you want to extend it, yes, you can extend it. All you have to do is go to your portal, IRCC portal, go to your account and apply for extension of your visitor's visa. You can do that while you're in Canada. In the past, you have to step out of Canada to do that. But while you're in Canada, you can actually extend your visitor's visa. So I hope you're actually clear on this information that I brought for you today. If you feel you're still kind of not clear, you need some further clarification, feel free to ask me a question in the comment section or hit me up on my Instagram page, Canada Reality, Twitter, Canada Reality, and I'll be glad to do justice to or clarification to some of your concern. If you enjoyed this video, likewise, please smash on the likes button. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, it doesn't cost you anything. Hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you will always be among the first to get it. Till I see you in my next video, peace out.